Hi Hayden.
Hey.
I'm about to start a Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences with the Faculty of Human Sciences, and I've got to work out what I need to study. There's so much information, and when I go onto the online handbook, I just don't know where to begin with it all.
There is a lot of information, and it's best to start here. And then, when you scroll down, you'll find the Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences easily enough.
Okay, and so all of this is what the handbook says I have to study. So my first question are, what are credit points, and how do I get them?
Okay, just so you know, a unit is a subject you take to study in a session, and each unit is worth 3 credit points. And in the future, if you don't understand any of the uni terms, go to the uni glossary here and look them up.
Okay, so you've told me all about that. There are 200 and 300 level subjects they mention a lot. What are they?
Well, 100 level units are introductory units. So before you can do the 200 level units, you have to do 100 level unit prerequisites.
Okay. Can you explain what prerequisites are a bit more?
Sure. To cover yourself, it's a good idea to work back from your 300 level units to find out what you have to do beforehand. So if you look here at Ling 399, it says here you need to have done 2 units from this list. And if you decide to do Ling 214, click on that and it says you need to have done Ling 110 or one of the other units there.
Okay.
Then, some units are also called co-requisites. They are units you study together. All this information is in the handbook.
Great. So basically that means I start at 100 level and work my way up. And I can't do a 200 level subject in first year?
Generally not, no. Certainly not in the first semester.
Okay.
One exception to this is when you get credit for previous study at a different place. For example, when I did my first year of uni at Western Australia, I got credit here for 2 of the units I did over there.
Okay.
So if you want to make sure you get credit for previous work done, make sure you apply here and do so before you plan your degree.
Okay. Well, I haven't studied anywhere else as this is my first year. So that's no credit for me and no 200 level subjects in first year. But after first year, I can do the 200 and 300 level subjects as long as I've done the prerequisites, right?
That's right.
Okay. So now I know all the units I have to study for my program. But they talk about electives and, 21 credit points or 7 subjects I have to take of electives. I want to make really good choices, but there's just so many to choose from and I just don't know where to start.
Right. I wasn't sure which other units to study either. So I made an appointment to see an academic advisor in psychology, which is my degree. My academic advisor suggested subjects which would complement my prescribed program of study. There is a list here with all the academic advisors for each department, and you can email and make an appointment to speak to one whenever you need to.
How do I know which department to go to for help?
Okay, let's go back and look at your program again. It will say there. The Department of Linguistics runs your program. So we go to contact page and click on the department.
Great.
Your academic advisor will help you make sound choices if you need help.
Awesome.
We haven't talked about people and planet units, which are usually compulsory. If you need to do them, it will say so on your program.
I don't really understand the rules behind people and planet units. Could you explain them to me?
Okay. So one of them is you have to do one of them, so a people or your planet unit, outside your faculty. So your faculty is the human sciences. The other one you have to take outside of your department, and since your department is linguistics, it has to be outside of that, but it can still be within your faculty.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of doing one of my people and planet units in philosophy, which is in the Faculty of Arts. And I'm really interested in psychology, so maybe that could be my other one. And I get the people and the planet, and I really want to get them over in the first 2 years of my study, because in third year, there's a lot more compulsory subjects and you're getting to the business end. So getting them out of the way early, do you reckon that's a good idea?
That's good thinking. You may also want to do a participation unit.
What are they?
Well, a participation unit is also known as a PACE unit. As part of many degrees and study programs, there is a requirement for us to go out into the community for experience and to contribute to the real world. If it's not compulsory for you, it's always an option for you to take up anyway. Okay. Some people go overseas to do that participation unit. For example, a friend of mine went and worked with school children in Peru. Or you could do something close to you. It's up to you.
So I could do PACE or participation units to add value to my degree?
Absolutely. And because participation is not offered in the first year, there's plenty of time to decide. So I'm just leaving until I know what to do. As you say, I want to do something that is relevant to my degree and will help me find a job.
Another term I don't understand is a capstone unit. What are they?
Okay, this is what your handbook says. And if you go back to your program, Ling 399 is marked as your capstone unit.
Okay. So when I know what I want to study, is there a way to find out more about the kind of assignments I have to do, or the certain readings I'll have to do, that kind of thing?
There is, and it's a good idea to check. You go to the units link here and you find the actual guides for all the units you're thinking of studying. It tells you what you have to do to study the unit, how it's assessed, and all the practical things you have to know about it.
Okay, so my next question is, how many units do I have to study a session if I'm a full-time student at Macquarie?
Well, the unit says you have to do at least 17 credit points a full year, or 9 each session, to be a full-time student. So that means you have to do at least 3 units a session to be a full-time student. But most university students do 4, so they can finish their degree faster.
Okay. Well, what happens if I've done all this planning and I decide to change my mind at the last minute? Can I do that?
Of course you can. The last day in the first session, you can change your mind and change your units without being locked in financially, which is census day. In the first session, this is the 31st of March. In the second session, it's the 31st of August. After this, you will still have to pay the HEX fees for these units that you have enrolled in. But because they are so late, you have a whole entire month to decide whether or not you want to do them. And all programs are different and have different requirements. So always see an advisor if you plan to make a change in your program.
Thank you so much for helping me out with all of this, Hayden. And can you just let me know again, what is the first day that I've got to show up at uni in 2013?
The 25th of February, and good luck.
Thanks.